yellow ball to Lewis, was a push in the back. Mitchell under all of that, ball pinballing around, came back to Mitchell.
You mentioned Luke Hodgsley sitting up across half-back. Marty Mattner's the respective player for the Swans. Lewis Roberts-Thompson playing deep forward for the Swans. Josh Gibson, his direct opponent.
The grand final starts under cloudy skies. Hodge was up to slap it down. Goods. McVeigh kicks into an oncoming player. Ricochets down towards half forward. Lewis slides in for Hawthorn. O'Keefe wrested it from him. Trickles out the back. Goods in trouble. Theopolo's got him. Ball falls to the ground.
That you got a faster 60 metres in me. They know I have.
Well, we've been salivating about the moment it came early. Bird 45 metres out. And just missing. So they've missed a couple as well. Franklin 3 shots.
With Hawthorn. Obviously likes his chances. Kicks from 53. Hasn't got the carry, not quite. Right on the goal line, perhaps it is. Just over. Kennedy. He knew his range.
Yeah, that's holding the ball.
It looked like he'd taken a step or two.
Jack, 15 metres out. Gets the goal. Swan steady. Totally alters the angle, really.
I'll set you up.
Good contest win, wasn't it? He is carrying the ball, Jenner. He hasn't had that many disposals, but he's always going to run 10 metres with it.
No good is this by the Swans. They've gritted their teeth and they've stormed back into it. He kicks the goal. There's a point the difference. Reed lines up at goal. It does not get better than that. Wonderful goal to Sydney.
What a fairy tale this is. Mitch Morton, he's kicked the last 2 goals. He was released by Richmond 12 months ago. But one thing I know, when he gets the opportunity to snap around the corner on his right foot, he never misses. He loves doing that, Mitch.
So 6 unanswered goals here. There's been a stunning revival by the Swans. Mitchell so good, and Saul, so they need others to help. The kick forward, Franklin had a spectacular opening to. Now Brewster's so clever in this situation. Well done by Richards. Rioli, Mick talked about him. Smith, who was his captain in the school team at Scotch, the 2 old schoolmates together. Well done O'Keefe to Hanbury. Hanbury brilliant to Goods. Hanbury's kicking's been important. Goods didn't want a chance to kick, I don't think, to Jetta, and then Jetta spears it to Reed. Reed, can he get a handle over? He put the pressure on Pike. It was a poor choice actually, and now Pike needs the umpire. No, it was too.
Inside the forward 50, Mumford was up, loose ball at the back. Schoenmakers stood tall that time, did well. Stratton gave it to Ellis, goes looking for Sewell, arriving quickly, the inspirational Hanbury, and he punches it out of bounds.
That's the kick there. That's the release kick the Hawks need to get to kickstart their game. Geelong coach Chris Scott mentioned if you want to shut down Hawthorn, stop that first kick out of half-back.
Pike, Saul, getting close to 20 in the opening half. Shaw, we've talked about his good efforts. Lewis has tackled brilliant. Franklin, well played. Ellis, Shields squeezed it out towards.
There's the bounce. Well, bundled out of that was Lewis, and he's going to get a free kick. That was the unidentified flying object that went across your screen there, and he goes short, and the mark is taken by Franklin. Didn't see what happened to Lewis, but it worked out okay for Hawthorn.
Lewis got pushed on the adjacent, on the edge of the stoppage. The umpire saw that happen, and some really good blocking by Bruce deep in the forward line that allowed Franklin just to find that bit of space, blocked Richards off really well.
Well, people talk about the big goal and the club needing a goal. Well, this is huge. Minute 15 to half-time. Franklin has been good, but not always accurate. I think that's
well too, Lee. I mean, he hasn't made no mistakes. He's been able to give it off when he needed to. He kicked that down the line, and there's Mumford, who Richo talked about. Quiet first half, had a hamstring problem Thursday. The massage freed him up. No late test, but there was some doubt. He floats it forward. Shields cuts it off. Shields to Gibson. At the time, a factor now for the Hawks. They would love a goal to close it to 10 points. Can they create? They've got a good bloke with the ball in hand. Jenner trying to close Smith down. Now Suckling, can he get to it? Needs to keep it in. Doesn't. And Sydney through Johnson, who has just about been the best man on the ground in the second quarter. His work has been brilliant.
That's how good Pike's been. He's been a tremendous influence.
Threatening skies in the distance. Forecast was really ominous. So far, so good. Fingers crossed. Hawthorn down by 16 after things look so rosy at the first break.
And even numbers at both ends, Dennis, they've dropped the loose man back.
Start of the second half then, good bounce too. On the way down, getting a hand to it was Hale. Stolen away by Kennedy, slapped away by the tackler. Well done by Bruce. So Bruce wins the free kick, comes across the ground to Sewell. Can he keep going? He kicks it down towards half forward. Rioli, again beaten easily. Outpointed by Smith.
He needs to get really actively involved, Mick Malthouse. Just have a look at the awareness of Lewis Jetta there. He took a glance inside. He knew the situation that was up ahead. Centred the ball back into Jack. That was just terrific awareness and great spatial awareness by Lewis Jetta.
Doc Larkins, any news on Adam Goods? What's your take?
Well, it's just about out of half-time. He's got a torn posterior cruciate ligament in his good knee, and they're struggling to keep him out there for the rest of the game, Dennis.
Hawthorn struggling to score right there. Whoops, down goes Grundy, took the hand pass from Smith, a bit of a fumble from O'Keefe. Uopolo taken down, and the umpire will ball it up.
Let him up, boys.
So, a chance here, yeah.
It was actually Kennedy that ran out of defence. He just charged straight down the centre corridor to be on the end of that ball.
Lewis tapped it down. Uopolo came back to Lewis. Over the shoulder, in trouble Richards, let the ball go. Bruce is there, on the ground is Matner. Bruce over the top of him, he's got the footy, trying to crawl his way out. Hanging on for grim death, I think it's Jack, and the umpire will ball it up.
This is where Hawthorn often bullies are off a stick. Goods running hard.
Did pretty well there, stifled the bounce. Kind ricochet, Reed goes to Kennedy, broadens things, out to Morton, who's booted a couple inside the forward 50, and the mark is taken by Shields. But they're still on the back foot. Birchall to the run of Shields. Now something might come of this. Sewell looks down the middle and plays that card. With the dash is Smith. Carries it a long way, still going down towards half forward to Rockhead. Now the problems exist. Heavy traffic. Gets a hand pass across to Lewis. He was slung by Malcheski, and the umpire decides to ball it up. They simply ran
Hawthorn up here.
Well, they're getting their men back in defence. They always do that, but it's the charge out that's killing Hawthorn, because the Swans midfield are bursting out of their back 50, and the Hawthorn midfielders are in there with them, but they're getting left behind when that ball comes out.
He missed one earlier, Robert Thompson, an easier one than this, but the wind's been a tough one to control. We've talked a lot about his competitiveness. He wasn't far off the Norm Smith medal when they won in 2005. He'll start it right, you think, and he does. He's hit it hard, and he's hit it long, and he's hit it straight.
On the Hawthorn ball carrier has been fantastic.
Burgoyne, quick kick out. This is where they've had a lot of problems in this second and third term. Shields running onto it, did well, and then kicks it to Young. Does it sit up for Young and rolls away? So 42 minutes since a Hawthorn goal, and they're arguably one of the most attacking, productive teams we've ever seen in AFL history.
Tom called for it before. Burgoyne on the ball. He's on the ball now. He can give them enormous drive around these contests.
So free kick to Hale in the ruck.
You've stopped.
No
They
advantage.
can't just push him like that.
Final. Adam Goods nursing that injured knee down towards the 50. Oh, big leap by Reed.
Hold there.
Reed is 55 metres out.
Hold, Ben. Hold.
Well, how many times do you tell him?
Move it on. One.
Reed goes long down towards full forward then. A lot of heavy lifting early. Comes forward to the pack, onto the loose ball. One of his rare opportunities, Birchall, to build something from the back. Can he make the most of it? Runs to midfield. Again, this is where their problems start to begin. Well, Franklin makes it easy, takes the mark, surrounded by Swans, lines up, hasn't got the carry. It's a goal. Got to be a lifter.
There's the answer. Massive turnaround from centre wing. but he's kicked 3 behind so far. Birchall, well played Stratton, just to keep Woods out of it. And then Birchall's kick concedes, but gets Sean Makers on the better angle now. Smith running hard for him. Franklin short for him. Sean Makers, a bit of a nothing kick. Swans should be able to get it out, you would think. Rioli clever there, tapped it down. Lewis, pull up below, hard man to bring down, we know that. Mumford has to get it out. That ball's still in dispute, should be a bounce now, and it is.
Hey boys, one thing to remember, 15 of the 19 goals have been kicked to the city end of the ground. Suppling's kick then went 80 metres. That's going to be big for the Swans in the last quarter.
Shields, and so Richo, you feel there's a wind advantage to the right?
Oh, no doubt, myself and Tim down here. There is definitely a breeze going to the city end, Hawthorn's end now. 15 of the 19 goals, the Swans will have the...
Kennedy, quick kick, doesn't get far enough though, Birchall. Well,
Defensive 50 for the Swans.
No one gave him much, did they? There was space out to the left there. They could have run to it, they didn't. Here's Roughhead. Short one. Lewis stretches, couldn't take the mark. Knocked away by Jetta. Good recovery by Lewis. Franklin gives a hand pass across towards Shields. Charged down by McVeigh in the back to McVeigh. He'll get the free kick at left half back. 35 seconds remain in the term. Hawthorn storming back into the grand final. Down by just a point now. McVeigh the high ball. Pike wrestles, got hands to it. Goods. Brave still goes after the football, oblivious to the pain. Picked up by Stratton, gave it to Shields. Down towards the 50. Franklin. He didn't mark it. Nobody. No, I'm sorry. Now, I guess that constitutes prior opportunity to show it to the umpire. It's bouncing around in there. Kennedy's got it. Run down, gets boot to ball. Siren. 3/4 time. And this game is on a knife's edge. We'll watch it again.
turning, and then Morton and Reed going for goal. And just missing.
The Goods injuries actually provide an interesting challenge for the Swans. They love to push their half forwards right up and get them over the top. Adam Goods doesn't have the run in the leg, so he's playing primarily deep. And the positive is he engages Gibson, so a slightly different forward structure, but one that Swans players haven't really dealt with all this year.
As you saw, Jetta in the wrong place at the moment. Hodge makes the short kick, gives it back to Suckling. Suckling miscued. Comes to O'Keefe, sends it back towards full forward. In mid-air, Goods could do nothing to influence it. Back goes Morton and pushes across the line.
Mummy's off, boys. There's the big ruckman there. Shane Mumford off, and Parker is on the ground.
Picked it, Tom. Yep. Little medium sizer, but get the slowest player on the ground at the moment off. That might help the speed of your team.
So Robert Thompson, you think, will probably do some ruck work to help Pike out here in the last quarter. They need a goal, the Swans. Hanbury gets it back to O'Keefe. Mitchell, well played. And now Burgoyne, toe poking to Franklin towards the boundary line. Hanbury, Shaw, hot ball, heavy traffic. Can't release it. Shouldn't be pinged and won't be.
Well, having the stocks of Mike Pike.